So we're just going to have to go without an intro. You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use that Deathfly intro thing. For that Methuselah pedal that he has, or that old Zeus looking motherfucker, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that a bunch. It's good.
I watched that. That's about as metal as you get.
Yeah. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Best of the Week.
How are you? Best of the week this week.
It's Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Yeah.
Hope the folks who are not working had a nice day off.
Sure. Yeah. Hope everyone had a nice day.
Yeah.
We'll get right into it.
All right. I'm first.
Yep.
All right. First one. So out of Canton, Massachusetts, $750. A orange dual terror head with an Avatar 1x12 cab.
Oh, yeah.
The cabinet has a leather cover. The dual terror head has the padded bag that it comes with. The cabinet has a Celestial Vintage 30. So for $750, the whole package together, I thought was a good deal. I've used Avatar cabs. I've had good luck with them, and a very, very good friend of ours had a orange dual terror, and that was a wonderful amp. So I mean, hey, nothing wrong with that setup at all.
Not at all. Heck of a deal.
Yeah, and the cab had a white covering. It looked real cool.
It did. I saw the pictures. We have a 67 Mustang in red out of Gloucester, Mass for $2,100. So we were talking about that the other day. Like, the Mustangs are kind of shooting up in price.
Yep.
21. I mean, I think it came with a case and it looks sweet. I mean, if it's excellent condition, then yeah, $2,100 is a good price.
Yeah, Mustangs are sweet guitars, and like we were saying the other day, if you're going to get into a vintage Fender, I mean, that's a good entry point just from a price point, because, you can't really touch some of the other ones.
There's no way you can get a Telecaster or a Stratocaster or a Jazzmaster or a Jaguar anywhere near $2,100 in playable condition. So
there you go.
That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Next one. So out of Norwood, Mass, for $675. This is a blonde Epiphone Sheridan. Now, you got to look at this one, right? So this, looking at it, is a '90s era Epiphone Sheridan, which I've played a couple of those. I've known some people that have had them. Those are nice guitars, much higher quality, in my opinion, from what I've seen than what they're making today. And I think that definitely justifies that kind of price. Doing a little bit of research, seems like the '90s ones the asking price is generally a bit higher than that. So if you're looking for a good quality guitar, that's a good one in my opinion.
Absolutely, Sheridans are beautiful. Were those were the '90s ones Korean made? It wasn't Japanese, right?
No, they were Korean made. But nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with the Korean made guitar. All right, out of I don't even know how to pronounce this town. Is it Reynoldsville? I think it's Reynoldsville. There's a '78 Telecaster Custom with that wide range humbucker. It's sunburst. It's got a rosewood board, and it's got, what do they call those covers that go over the bridge pickup?
The ashtray bridge cover.
The ashtray bridge pickup cover. Yeah. Ooh, nice looking guitar. It's going for. Oh, I didn't even have a price. It's going for a lot. I didn't see the price.
That was a nice guitar. I've essentially got the reissue of that guitar.
Yeah, the Mexican made one. It's great.
And it's awesome. I never played one of the original ones, but I assume that it's way more awesome. So
yeah, you've had that guitar since high school, I believe.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you find one that just works.
Hey, that's nice. All right.
So. Yeah, my turn again. Sorry, my cat's going crazy over here. You're doing this at home. Things are going to happen. So last one for me, out of Weymouth, Mass, a Matchless DC-30. So, yeah, I mean, Matchless DC-30, it's like the flagship Matchless amp made based off of an AC-30, but, with a lot of improvements that came along with, that company essentially starting out as repairing vintage Voxes. The Samson era, this particular amp was made in '96. That's, during the original, time before that company kind of went under and came back with the original owner and builder. So $4,000's a lot for an amp, but to be honest, for what that is, it's actually it's a pretty fair price. And being that it's a lot of those Samson era matchless, people want them for a collector's item. So if you're into that thing, great amp, and you don't see them hardly at all. So
easy best of the week, easy.
Yeah.
So I have got out of Providence, Mass. This is a little different than we normally do, but it's a Squier Classic Vibe Jazzmaster going for $325. So $325 is a great price. You could probably get them down to $300. Those Classic Vibe Squiers, they're not so bad. They're really nice. It's a nice playable guitar, at least. You spend $150 on new pickups, you've got yourself a hell of a Jazzmaster. And you get some Seymour Duncan Antiquities in there. Beautiful pickups. Pop them right in.
Classic Vibe, they got a pretty good reputation for a budget guitar and a cool starting point for a project as well. So that's another way to look at that.
Cheapest Jazzmaster you can get, and I've been looking. So
there you go.
What are you gonna do? We've got a worst of the week that we disagree on, but I'm gonna go with it. Out of Rehoboth, Massachusetts, I think. There's a guitar with bite. You can see the pictures. Be your own judge, but it's got LED fretboard. It's got everything, man. You be the judge. Now,
and how much is that going for again?
Okay, $265, which is a hell of a price.
$265 for a guitar that it's got light up fret markers. You can play in the dark and know where you are.
A Floyd.
It's shaped like a snake.
It's shaped like a snake.
And all it has is a bridge humbucker. I mean, that thing is. I paid double for that guitar. I think that's I think that's an awesome guitar.
Leave some comments maybe if you'd like, and you can be the judge if you'd like to leave a comment or something.
That would go up there with like one of the Gene Simmons axe-shaped basses,
axe-shaped bass. Cool.
Axe-shaped bass with a snakebite guitar. I mean, come on, that's a hell of a combination.
My mind is maybe changed. He did have a good caption though, the guitar with bite. That's pretty funny. That's pretty
good salesman.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna talk about new pedals that we have.
All right. So friend of the show, I would say at this point. So we did an interview with Sam from Cardinal Guitars, and then him and I had a conversation, and him in association with Satellite Amps make this Cardinalis overdrive boost pedal. So I picked one of those up from him. This one's tan painted, really cool, good sounding pedal. It's it's a full frequency overdrive, so it's not really boosting the mids or anything like that. Just a great sounding overdrive boost pedal. So thank you, Sam. Cool pedal.
Steve knows a thing or two about overdrive and boost pedals.
They're my thing.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. And Satellite Amps, we may or may not have an interview coming up. All right, I have got a Script MXR Blue Box reissue. This is not a regular Blue Box reissue. This is from a company called Moho Mods. I don't know how big they are or whatever, but they essentially take out the C11 chip, which is the reason that there's the huge volume drop in these pedals. These are fun pedals. These are very fun. The fuzz on it is insane. The octave is crazy. You can't really strum a chord, but as far as good fuzzy leads, I love a good blue box. And this one has been upgraded, and everyone should get an upgraded blue box. Not a regular blue box, but get an upgraded one.
Everyone's had it when we were young, and none of us knew how to use them. But
I had them 10 years ago, and I just bought it because I could, and I got rid of it pretty quick afterwards. I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy with it right now.
Awesome, yeah. Script logo MXR is good stuff.
Yeah.
I got an Analog Man Astrotone.
Whoa.
So I got this used. It was I got it for a good price that I won't disclose. But these are super cool fuzz pedals based off of the Sam Ash fuzz box and Astrotone pedal made in like 68, 69 in New York City. Cool silicone fuzz, sort of rides the line between fuzz and distortion. a little bit easier to use, in my opinion, than a fuzz face style pedal, which is kind of, you know, everything all at once. Is a little bit more of a focused tone, a little bit more controllable in some ways. Doesn't clean up the same way a fuzz face does, but cool fuzz pedal. I'm glad I picked it up. I think this is definitely a keeper. So
Awesome. Speaking of fuzz pedals, I've got something called a Golden Goat. There's a small builder out of, I forget the state, I think it's Maryland. His name is Rust Belt Effects. So it's probably not Maryland. Is Maryland in the Rust Belt? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Where's the Rust Belt? I honestly don't know. So it's a one knob fuzz. His description is that it's sort of based off the Acapulco one knob fuzz from
Acapulco Gold. From Earthquaker.
Yeah, but it's got a switch that goes from just like a heavy, nice overdrive, and then a flip of the switch, and it's fucking nuts. But it's still, it's clear, it's focused. It's just one knob, so you know, fuck around with your tone on your amp and your guitar. One knob pedals with a switch. Ooh, one knob pedals. I love them. So specific.
We had this conversation the other day too about, you know, the less knobs, the less dials, the less everything, you know, the better. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, I don't want one fuzz pedal that does everything. I want 7 different fuzz pedals that maybe do something different. So, I'm going a little pedal crazy. So
there you go.
All clones, all handmade from people. Typically, you know, I don't. Well, I bought the blue box, but from a second party. Fuck you, MXR. You know, like MXR is ever going to sponsor us.
Well, if they were thinking about it, they're not going to now.
They're definitely not going to do it now, but I will say I do love a lot of your pedals, MXR. All right. Speaking of pedals, we did an interview with a gentleman named Trevor Welch out of it's Calgary,
Canada.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, up in Canada.
He makes neither of us are metalheads, but this guy makes just the most captivating pedals, and they're amazing. These crazy fuzz pedals, and he's got a reverb, a couple other ones too. He's, you know,
reverb, tremolo, and some stuff in the works that's not all in the fuzz camp, but yeah. I think his bread and butter is fuzzes.
Sure. I mean, he's got a great a great COVID story. You know, loses his job because of the virus, figures out how to you know, switch his life up with the time he has, doing something that he enjoys. I don't know how you do a better story than that. So, check out Deathfly Effects. Check out Rust Belt Effects. That's it, right?
If you haven't already, check out Cardinal Instruments.
Check out Cardinal Instruments, of course. Yeah, and Analog. Still coming after you, man. Alright, that's good. Alright, you good?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you, Craigslist. Don't worry, I'll edit out a lot of that. Hey, fuck you, MXR.